Barack Obama spent 8 years dividing the country along racial lines. You think that'd be enough? More than most people do. You think he'd retreat to Hawaii and Martha's Vineyard, but he is back to let you know that if you've got any problem with your kids' teachers telling them that some races are better than others, that you, my friend, are the racist.
There are certain right-wing media venues, for example, that monetize and capitalize on stoking the fear and resentment of a white population that is witnessing a changing America and seeing demographic changes, and do everything they can to give people a sense that their way of life is threatened. Lo and behold, the single most important issue to them apparently right now is critical race theory. Who knew that was the threat to our republic?
That guy's a hater, for real. Horace Cooper is the co-chairman of Project 21. He joins us tonight. Horace Cooper, thanks so much for coming on. Every time there's a racial wound, it does seem like Obama reemerges to inflame it. Why not just retire? If he was a Republican, I would say the same thing. This isn't helping, is it?
Well, it isn't helping. It turns out that there's been a lot of, I guess I would call it, repressed resentment of America, a place that has been wonderful to Barack Obama. 2 times elected president of the United States, and yet in unguarded moments or even guarded moments, his impulse is to criticize who America is and what America stands for. And one of the things that I wonder whether or not his advisors ever coached him on or talked about is his tendency to talk past a statement as a way of creating the impression that he's observing something that is true and not an opinion. Bitter clingers. Exactly. There are no such thing, and yet he talked about it in such a way. There is no evidence that as America has had a changing racial dynamic take place, that we are seeing any outworkings that should alarm us or concern us. And yet he uses that talking past technique as a way of ratifying his own perception about what America is. America is a place where we're raising more interracial families, children, than we've ever done in American history. We're having more weddings and marriages, even in a pandemic, than we've seen crossing racial lines. There is no evidence in the workplace, nowhere, that this, quote, concern that he is identifying, but it's the kind of thing that a man who says, if I had a son, he'd look like Trayvon Martin. That shouldn't surprise us that he continues on down this path.
That's such a smart observation. He talks right past it as if we all agree it's true without showing it's true, because it's not true. That's what's infuriating. I agree with that totally. Horace Cooper, thank you.
Thank you.